It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. Today we've got a bottle of Skagen Bryghus Marinus 100 IBU, 9% ABV, Imperial IPA. Looks absolutely fantastic in the bottle. Thank you very much to Morton for sending me the beer. Here's a look at the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. Very kind of orange amber coloured ale. It's almost got a kind of a red, in the camera at least, it's got a kind of a nice red amber colour to it. It's got quite a thick, dense, thick 3 to 2 finger, slightly off-white head. Good levels of carbonation rolling up inside the glass there. Let's get the aroma. Ooh. 100 IBU. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. All I'm picking up is a ton of malt. I'm picking up some kind of deep licorice, caramel, slightly grapefruity aromas. But to be honest with you, nothing to suggest it's 100 IBUs. The proof may very well be in the tasting, but from the aroma, it's smelling like a barley wine. Let's dive in. Cheers. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting right now, this moment in time, for my palate to be ripped to shreds by that 100 IBU hop profile. The hops should be manically bitter, ripping my palate to bits, but there's bitterness on the back end, but it's not kind of crazy, incredible bitterness that I was expecting. I was really excited by this beer because I really enjoyed the Imperial Stout that I had from these guys just the other day, and I thought, wow, I'm gonna put this beer right forward. I'm gonna review this beer before other beers that have arrived before this because it just sounds fantastic. And it's a bit of a letdown. It's a bit of a letdown. Lots of toffee, lots of biscuit, lots of bread. Little bit of fruit coming through now, a little bit of raspberry jam coming through. Very jammy flavours coming through now. Strawberry, raspberry, mixed fruit jam. I'm still waiting. Now there's some bitterness coming through, and that's a full, that had to be a full 10-15 seconds between tasting the beer and actually getting that kind of hop bitterness come through, and that's really, it's a bit unacceptable if you ask me. I don't know. I'm going to pour the rest of the beer out. It's not going to make much of a difference. But I'm just doing this just to be able to see if there's a date on the cap, date on the bottle. The 16th of the 5th, so that's the 16th of May 2019. I'm currently reviewing this beer on the 14th of December 2017, so it's nearly got 18 months on the shelf life. So it's quite a fresh beer. There's no excuse. You're thinking to yourself, or I was thinking to myself, maybe it's just an old beer and the hops have dropped out. But no. It's a shame. It's a real shame. But no, it's just the fact that at the very best, If they called this a barley wine, I'd be happy as Larry with it. Over the moon. Really pleased. The fact that they've called it a 100 IBU Imperial IPA at 9%, it just falls flat on its face. It's just one big sweet malty bomb. And to be honest with you, I used to love my kind of sweet malty beers. But I've gone to the dark side. I've gone to that kind of bitterness, kind of New England IPAs, West Coast IPAs, double IPAs, you know, hoppy American pale ales. That's where I am. And that's what I was expecting from this beer. I've had hoppier pale ales than this beer. Looks good. Looks pretty good. Good lacing. Look at the carbonation as you rock the beer back and forth. Very well built beer in terms of the malt character. But then it just all falls apart. In the taste. Imperial IPA, no, absolutely not. Barley wine, yeah, fine. So if you guys at Skagen Bryghus are watching this review in Denmark, Danish craft beer, and you're thinking to yourselves, maybe we rename the beer a barley wine, go ahead, do it. That's the way forward for this particular beer. But keep it like this and keep it as an Imperial IPA. It'll be ripped to shreds on Untapped and Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. It'll be ripped to shreds. Absolutely ripped to shreds. I can't. The thing is, the consumer these days has limited funds. Again, I'm talking in 2017. We got Brexit, we got all these different kind of problems around the world. People in their pockets have only got so much money. So when you've got so much money and you go into your bottle shop and you think, I'm going to pay a little bit extra for that 100 IBU Imperial IPA, and I'm going to have a jolly good evening drinking this at 9%. I'm going to have it's going to be a fantastic beer. You get it home, you spent your money, a little bit of kind of money that you have left, you spent it on this beer. Maybe you bought yourself a burger and chips as well on the way home. You've got your food, you got your beer, and then all of a sudden, you have a taste of the beer, and it can probably ruin your evening, because some people may not like barley wines. I'm not the greatest fan of barley wines, to be honest with you. And why have they advertised the beer as a 100 IBU hop monster when it's just a barley wine? So for that reason, it's going to get a very, very poor, for me, 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Thank you, Morton, for sending. Boom! And cheers.